Next stimulus bill will have everyone give $1,200 to the government.
Oh, I saw that. Actually, I'm not gonna lie. I didn't read it as quickly, so I was almost fooled. But I was like, wait, no, okay. It's like, oh, it's the onion. Okay, I get it now. And actually, can you speak into the microphone real quick, Jack? Speak in the microphone real quick.
Pendejo.
Mm.
Vaca.
All right, let me hold on. Let me turn you up. Now you're too low.
Oh, so since you're tuning that, I was like 2 minutes ago, 15 minutes ago, I guess you could say, I was playing Among Us with my friends, and there were some moments where I big brain to the point where I accidentally got the imposter, and it was not the right imposter,
Oh.
but it was an imposter.
Oh man. And but with that, we are official. We are officially live. And Gemini, he heard your. Let's say he heard or the you saying about the stimulus joke, and he says that's what the stimulus bill is anyway, just over time, which is true. But welcome, folks, to episode 60 of the JAC Show, where where the where what's the best way to go past copyright?
How?
The public domain.
Oy. Too
So,
bad Mickey Mouse ain't public domain.
not yet. But in any
Well,
case,
it's never going to be.
well, never say never.
Well,
But
it's true.
I know,
La-
but never say never. Never say never. But in any case, but so we're gonna have here. We're watching a horror classic, a genre-defining movie entitled of George A. Romero's Night of the Living Dead. Not the first zombie movie, but the first movie to start and popularize the zombie genre. There's technically been other zombies before, such as the White Zombie, although that has to do more with the where zombies came from, in the sense that of controlling dead people via voodoo, and not actually people rising from the grave in that sort of sense. But this was
yeah.
but
Well, like I was talking about that in my last stream with Resident Evil 2.
what are the odds? A lot of we have actually I found it funny. I'm streaming Resident Evil Remake and you're streaming Resident Evil Remake 2 Remake. Oh, which by the way, I forgot. If you saw the ending of my last playthrough of that, I forgot that there was some like weird Leatherface looking monster in that game that I completely just wiped from memory. And so when he came in, I was like, I forgot all about you, and I played this game before. Came out of nowhere, but it's like a tank though. He's like a tank.
Wait, which one again?
The Resident Evil remake.
Which monster?
It's I don't know its name, but it's literally this leather. It's like Leatherface. He's wearing all these people's skin on him as a mask. He's hunched over. He has these giant arms. I think he uses like a big chain to hit you.
Oh, for a second I was gonna say Nemesis, but I forgot
No,
that one's later on,
he's in
like
numero
a later game.
tres.
Yeah.
But we're to give folks a bit about 2 more minutes. About 2 more minutes, and then from there we'll then start the movie, which will be shown live through you guys, and as well and as well as clarification, Jack. Um, he'll be multitasking in the moment, so forgive him if he seems he's not paying too much attention. It is them college kids for you.
I'm sorry.
Sorry's not enough. You gotta commit seppuku right here on stream.
Oh,
Oh man.
I am dead.
So or second, it sounded like you said Amadeus.
Amadeus.
Oh, Amadeus. So, so we have 1 more minute left. So, fun fact about this movie. So funny enough. So one of the most famous stories about this movie is that Though it is created by a very famous horror director who moved on to make much bigger and much more bloodier zombie films, such as Dawn of the Dead and Day of the Dead and so forth. The first movie he made, it is a cheaply budgeted movie, so do expect a lot of things to look dated. But also, the movie was accidentally filed as public domain. He intended to be, have a proper copyright in this movie so that he can probably own it. But whoever he sent to file that accidentally put this movie in the public domain. So that's why we're able to watch it now, with no issue because it was in 1968. Night of the Living Dead was accidentally filed in the public domain.
Huh.
And ever
Wow.
yep. And once you go there, you can't really get it out. It's stuck there forever.
Damn. That sucks for them.
Yeah, but luckily the director George E. Romero he went on to making much bigger and it will improve upon the zombie fiction by like by like boatloads. So in any case, though, this film is still remarkable in a lot of cases because, fun fact, this was the first time that not just horror movie, but a movie itself had actually a black lead, especially during the 1960s,
Huh.
which was not common during these times, especially since he was not only the lead, but he was the main hero character.
Ooh.
So this film, anyways, represent a lot of different taboos that were shown on screen that were taboo in the 60s. So, but But we're not here for a history lesson. We're here to watch the movie. So let me go ahead. I'll be showing the movie through Discord, so Jack, you will be able to see it as well. Let me go ahead and
Good.
share the screen via there. There, there we go. And let me go ahead. You can see us on the right hand side of the screen there on the stream. And let me just look over the stream real quick. Awesome. Everything can be seen. So, without further ado, and also I did find also a video that did have captions, so for those who want subtitles, it is there for you. But without further ado, Jack, shall we begin the Night of the Living Dead?
Let's do brains.
Also, Gemini just says he just realized that he follows me, but he doesn't follow you on Twitter. Don't worry,
Ooh.
it happened to me too. But he said that that's been fixed. All right,
I
movie's
never get
playing
followed.
in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Play.
Let's get those brains. It does not need to be that long of a drive. Jesus Christ. They could have just started from there.
It was a different time, man. You got there's the title, Night of the Living Dead. Let me go ahead and lower it down just a little bit more. There we go. Continuity, huh? Then a person on staff to make sure everything was in continuity in the movie. You know what? I could use some of that nowadays. Although with this music, it feels like I'm watching less a zombie film and more like a Twilight Zone episode. Like I'm just waiting for the narration goes. Imagine, if you will, a small town and a car that leads nowhere. But it is an old picture, so expect a little slower pace.
They ought to make the day the time changes, the first day of summer.
What?
Well, it's 8 o'clock and it's still light.
A lot of good the extra daylight does us. Now, we've still got a 3-hour drive back. We're not going to be home until after midnight.
Well, if it really bugged you, Johnny, you wouldn't do it.
You think I want to blow Sunday on a scene like this? You know, I figure we're either going to have to move Mother out here or move the grave into Pittsburgh.
She can't make a trip like this.
Oh, I don't know that she can. Is there any of that candy left?
No.
Don't say.
Look at this thing. We still remember. I don't. You know, I don't even remember what the man looks like.
Johnny, it takes you 5 minutes.
Yeah, 5 minutes to put the wreath on the grave and 6 hours to drive back and forth. Mother wants to remember, so we trot 200 miles into the country and she stays at home.
Well, we're here, John, all right?
Yeah, stop complaining, John.
Back on?
John.
Oh, and here.
Ladies and
Hey,
gentlemen, we're coming back on the air after an interruption due to technical problems.
And welcome, Virgo Kaiju. Welcome to the stream. Gemini says, back in the day, there was less commercials for the movie, and the theater made money mostly on tickets rather than popcorn.
There's nothing wrong with the radio. Must have been the station.
Which row is it in?
No wonder the popcorn was like so low in price before.
15 cents! And 10 cents for a pop.
Well, there's no one around.
Well, it's late. If you'd gotten up earlier.
Oh, look, I already lost an hour's sleep on the time change.
I think you complain just to hear yourself talk. There it is.
Hello, Ghetto. Welcome, welcome. Konbanwa, Ghetto. Konbanwa.
Ghetto, I think you should leave. You know what happens in every horror movie.
I wonder what happened to the one from last year. Each year we spend good money on these things. We come out here and the one from last year's gone.
Well, the flowers die, and the caretaker or somebody takes them away.
Yeah, a little spit and polish. You can clean this up. Sell it next year. Wonder how many times we bought the same one.
Yes, Ghetto. The movie's public domain, so we should have no issue streaming this movie.
2 minutes later, copy strike.
No, well, so far I'm looking at the studio. No message, so we're good.
Hey, come on, Barb. Church was this morning, huh?
Yeah. Gemini also informs us that it was more important to order Hollywood to make sure that the movie staff was credited at the beginning of the movie when people were more attentive.
Hey, I mean, praying's for church, huh? Come on.
Yeah, leave church in
I haven't
church.
seen you in church lately.
Well, there's not much sense in my going to church.
Also, that's an awful tie.
Do you remember one time when we were small, we were out here? It was from right over there. I jumped out at you from behind the tree, and Grandpa got all excited, and he shook his fist at me, and he said, "Boy, you be damned to hell." Remember that? Right over there. Well, you used to really be scared here.
Johnny,
You're still afraid.
stop it now. I mean it.
They're coming to get you, Barbara.
Stop it. You're ignorant.
They're coming for you, Barbara.
Stop it. You're acting like a child.
They're coming for you. Look, there comes one of them now.
He'll hear you.
Here he comes now. I'm getting out of here.
Johnny. Oh! Johnny! Help me!
Already. That escalated quick.
Yep. Not the glasses. No, there's one weakness.
Not the glasses. Wow, that zombie had a quick recovery.
Oh.
That didn't look too bad.
Still though, head crack on a tombstone. Mario Kaiji says, "Where's Leon?"
Leon, do a suplex.
Chris, this way.
Come on! Come on!
Kettle saying, "Let me holla at you, shawty." Oh no, she tripped.
No, not the slippers.
Barefooted now. Now, this is a posture. We know a woman can't drive.
I was about to say that. Dang it. It's thundering, but you can never tell that it's thundering.
Nope.
I'm pretty sure it was filmed in the day.
It's a cheap movie, man.
Wow, a zombie that knows how to use tools.
Gettle says, "You smelling real good like steakums."
I wonder what goes through a zombie's thought process during these times.
Just probably
I want to
food.
get inside. I want to get inside. Oh wait, tools. He used rock.
Rock break. Salt. Rock break solid glass. Virgil Kaiju also says he has a nice suit. Yeah, it is a nice suit for a zombie, you gotta admit. Uh-oh. Now you can buff that out. Okay, that wasn't a bad crash. Just go. Go. Oh, come on. I want to run the country road barefooted. There he is, rambling on. Gemini says, the car doesn't have any momentum or a key can't go. I guess that makes sense for older vehicles.
Does this mean that they have to always park uphill? That is weird. Or does
I think,
someone have to push the vehicle for them?
yeah, because I think there's a time period before starters were actually invented. So they had to crank the engine up before to get it running with a literal crank.
So they had no keys, so anyone could literally steal it then.
Yeah,
Right.
but you still have to crank up the engine because starters didn't exist yet.
But it's still easy to steal the car, right?
Yes, there's just a lot more work for it.
Hey, he's taking my vehicle. I gotta crank this engine pretty fast.
Pretty much. And also, I like how she just goes into some random person's house, like a true video game protagonist. We'll just leave that there, pick it up. Get us to stop wasting time and help push the car. Yep, that's what the zombie was thinking. He was trying to help her push the car. Oh! Taxidermy! Always want to use a rotary phone.
It was fun to use one.
Oh. No operator.
My favorite thing. Calling 911. 9. Wait for it. 1. Wait for it. 1. Waiting for operator.
Virgo Kaiju says, no signal, what's new? With Ghetto saying, that phone won't save you from Grundy. Uh-oh.
Wait. So, I'm sorry if I missed everything, but didn't she drive off?
She did, but I guess she didn't drive far enough since he's still caught up.
Off screen, you see the zombies sprinting at 50 miles an hour.
It's one of those 28 days later zombies that run very fast. Ooh! That's a fancy shot.
That is probably. Oh wait, no, they can't put that on the movie poster, can they?
No, they did. They could put stuff like that in the movie poster.
I have no idea what's happening.
He just showed up.
I mean, I will let that slide. It's only one. Just use the crowbar you have.
No, 2 more came by.
All right.
Oh.
Don't worry about him. I can handle him. Probably be a lot more of them as soon as they find out about us.
Also, Geta says, oh shit, a black dude.
Oh shit, a black dude.
Out of gas.
Oh shit,
This compound
diversity.
here is locked. Is there a key? We can try to get out of here if we can get some gas. Is there a key?
Oh, okay,
doesn't know anything.
John, I pointed out, she didn't actually start up the car, she just probably put it in neutral, and that's how she was able to move.
Try this.
Only a woman would do that.
Well, she didn't have the key, so, well.
Do you live here?
Oof.
Jesus.
That must smell in there.
Probably. Most likely.
We've got to get out of here. We have to get to where there's some other people.
Barbara, say something, god dang.
Maybe we better take some food. I'll see if I can find some food.
It's not that late. It's not like they've been sitting in that house for 3 days without food. They literally probably had their meal last night.
Oh, the adrenaline's high. Oh. Blood. Yes, Burial Kaigo. I'm sure they'll find some Funyuns and Cheetos in the pantry. Gil says, damn, now I want
What's
Funyuns.
happening?
Now I want Funyuns, god dang it. Look what you started, Kaiju. Now I want Funyuns. Uh-oh.
Two of them. There are 2 of them out there. Have you seen any more around here? I can take care of those 2.
I
I
don't
know you're afraid, but we have
I
to...
don't know! I don't know! What's happening?
Well, she's no help.
She's never any help.
Dang, the zombies are smart breaking the headlights.
I'm telling you, for some reason, these zombies are smart.
Alright. Take her down. Uh-oh. Someone got in the house. Quick, burn their bodies before they get back up.
Oh my god, I forgot about the mechanic. Until they, don't they return as something called like diamond heads or something like that?
Crimson heads.
Crimson heads, and they're like even worse.
Oh yeah.
I wonder why they're worse.
Because they're enraged. I think that's the thing.
Probably.
You gotta wrestle and tumble with the zombie. And you're right, Ghetto Diamond Head is a Ben 10 alien. Oh, there's another one. He's just going for the combo now. That's like, I think he just killed off 4 zombies.
I know we're in here now. Don't look at it.
I love the use of shadow in this movie. Makes everything
Phoenix the shadow.
makes everything very foreboding.
Yeah.
Just taking out the garbage. Oh, he is actually gonna burn it. Oh wow, look at that! He's actually burning the corpse.
Very smart.
Very smart. Ghetto says this dude must be a pro in mercenaries mode. And he also says Thriller starts up in the distance. Oh no.
Get some more lights on in this house.
Oh, my hammer. Hey, be careful how you're holding that knife, girl. You can accidentally cut yourself. Oh, look, actual tea bags.
You said teabag.
Oh,
Why don't you see if you can find some wood, some board, something about a fireplace, something we can nail this place up.
oh, but now they're nailing up the windows.
God damn.
Oh.
Look, I know you're afraid. I'm afraid.
I know you're afraid. I'm a black man.
But we have to try
and
to
you're a
board the
white
house
boy.
up together. Now, I'm going to board up the
During these
windows
times,
and
it
the
is
doors.
very
You
frightening.
understand? We'll be all right here. We'll be all right here until someone comes to rescue us. But we'll have to work
I feel
together.
like
You'll
she's
have
a
to help
zombie.
me. Now, I want you to go in and get some wood so I can board the place
She's
up. You
just
understand?
dazed because she just can't
Okay.
process what just happened to her.
Okay?
Kaiji says, I have warrants. And Get also says, the way the shells are used in this movie makes you think of Danzig's other video. That's probably an inspiration for it. dude says, surprise twist, the black guy is Wesker. Oh, yeah. Ah, yes, we must use a door to stop a door. Ghetto says, where did things movies from 1968? I always thought it was way older. Well, to be fair, around this time, color was already a thing, was already setting to become a standard in those major movies. And George A. Romero even commented that he intentionally filmed his movie in an older fashion to give off the creepiness vibe. So it does look older from when it came from, and it was an actual artistic decision to do so. And it was also a budget reason too.
Not that strong.
Pretty good reasons, I would
I
say.
want you to pick out some nails. Pick out the biggest ones you can find. There, this room looks pretty secure. If we have to, we can run in here and board up the doors. Won't be long for those things to be back pounding their way in here. They're afraid now. They're afraid of fire. I found that out. You know a place back down the road called Beekman's? Beekman's Diner? Anyhow, that's where I found that truck I have out there. There's a radio in the truck. I had jumped in to listen to it when a big gasoline truck came screaming right across the road. But there must have been 10, 15 of those things chasing after it,
Jeez.
grabbing and holding on.
Yeah, she's still
I didn't see that
quiet
at first.
throughout the whole time. I'm
Yep.
very...
I could just see that the truck was moving in a funny way.
Traumatized, man.
And those things were catching up to it.
No, I think that's like the only time where I think it's
Right
like
across
a
the road.
real reaction someone would have. In
Slammed
like
on my
current
brakes,
modern
you can hang it
movies,
myself.
the woman's
Went right
like
through the
very
guardrail.
talkative. Like, or anyone literally is very talkative, even though they saw literally
I guess the
the
driver
living
must have
dead
Cut
attack
off the
someone.
road into that gas station by Beekman's
So
Diner.
I gotta commend them for
Went
having
right through the
such a
billboard,
realistic
flipped
reaction.
over a gas pump and never stopped moving. By now it's like a moving bonfire. Didn't know if the truck was going to explode or what. Still hear the man screaming. This thing is just backing away from it. I looked back at the diner to see if there was anyone there who could help me. It was when I noticed that the entire place had been encircled.
Oh, by the way, Ghetto, no, Frankenstein will be considered a
Wasn't a sign of
zombie
life
since
left,
he was
sir.
built up of different body parts and what is not a being actually brought from the dead.
By now there were no more screams.
Dr. Frankenstein literally created life.
Realize
He
it.
didn't bring life back.
I was alone with 50 or 60 of those things, just standing there, staring at me. I started to drive. I just plowed right through them. They didn't move. They didn't run or just stood there staring at me. Just wanted to crush them. They scattered through the air like bugs.
We were riding in the cemetery, Johnny and me. Johnny. we came to put a wreath on my father's grave. Johnny, and he said, "Can I have some candy, Barbara?" We didn't have any.
Yeah, why didn't you give the man candy?
Because they didn't have any.
Oh, it's hot in here. Hot.
Ooh, this is gonna be one of those.
Just silly.
Oh no, my man is gone.
And he said, "Oh,
Hopefully
it's
a
late."
big, strong
Why
black
did we
man
start
will help
so
me off
late?
these clothes.
And I said,
No, you're gonna
Johnny,
get Ghetto started on the chat.
"If you'd gotten up earlier,
Too
we
late.
wouldn't be late." Johnny asked me if I were afraid. And I said, "I'm not afraid, Johnny." And then this man started walking up the road. He came slowly, and Johnny kept teasing me and saying, "He's coming to get you, Barbara." And I laughed at him and said, "Johnny, stop it." And then Johnny ran away. And I went up to this man, and I was going to apologize.
Why don't you just keep calm?
And I looked up, and I said, "Goody." And he grabbed me. He grabbed me, and he ripped at me. He held me, and he ripped at my clothes.
I think you should just calm down.
Oh, I screamed, "Johnny! Johnny, help me! Oh, help me!" And he wouldn't let me go. He ripped. And then Johnny came and he ran and he fought this man. And I got so afraid. I ran. And Johnny didn't come. We've got to. We
I
have
thought-
to wait for Johnny.
Wait, didn't for a second she just saw him get nailed in the head by a tombstone?
Maybe we better go out and get him.
No, I think,
We have to go out and get Johnny.
or either we
He's
saw that,
out
but she
there.
didn't. But she could tell that he died.
Please, don't you hear me? We've got to go out and get him.
Okay.
Please! We have got to go get Johnny! Please help me! Please!
Don't you know what's going on out there? This is no
Smack
Sunday
the
school
bitch.
picnic.
Don't you understand? My brother
Smack
is
the bitch.
alone!
Your brother is dead.
No! My brother is not dead! Oh.
Ooh.
There you go.
There you go. That should calm her down.
that will calm her down. Wow, literally knocked the bitch out.
Oh, she's probably tired.
Yeah.
Good thing there's no witnesses, though. This will be a national story.
Not at that time. Oh, look at him. He's being very helpful. Oh, never mind. I was gonna say he's buttoning it up for her.
Well, they're inside they're... Hold on, Ghetto says, "May his pants stay strong." Well, he didn't even, like, slap her. I think he just straight up punched her.
Because of the obvious threat to untold numbers of citizens, and because of the crisis which is even now developing, this radio station will remain on the air day and night. This station and hundreds of other radio and TV stations throughout this part of the country are pooling their resources through an emergency network hookup to keep you informed of all developments. At this hour, we repeat, these are the facts as we know them. There is an epidemic of mass murder being committed by a virtual army of unidentified assassins. The murders are taking place in villages, cities, rural homes, and suburbs with no apparent pattern or reason for the slaying.
And you're right, Jenna.
It
She
seems
is
to be
being
a sudden,
hysterical like a
general
real person.
explosion of mass
Like a real
homicide.
person, sometimes
We
you
have
need a good
some descriptions
punch or
of these
slap
men.
to get them out of their hysterics.
Eyewitnesses say they are ordinary-looking people. Some
Well,
say they appear to
permanently.
be in a kind of trance.
No.
Others describe them as being
Yes.
Still there, hanging around.
Oh yeah, we're just hanging.
So at this point, there is no really authentic way for us to say who or what to look for and guard yourself against.
Guys, also says
Shape it,
a
monster.
good pile driver will also
The
calm
reaction
her
of law
down.
enforcement officials is one of complete
Only in
bewilderment.
Good
anime.
suplex.
Only in
So far, we
anime.
have been
I don't know, a
unable to
suplex
determine
is
that any
very
kind of
possible.
organized investigation is yet underway. Police, sheriff's deputies, and emergency ambulances are literally deluged with calls for help. The scene can best be described as mayhem. Mayors of Pittsburgh, Philadelphia, and Miami, along with the governors of several eastern
Well, Gemini
and
says,
Midwestern
did you listen to her
states,
story?
indicated
Only
the
barely
maximum
resemble
guard
what
may be
actually happened.
mobilized at any moment, but that has
Once I
not
saw
happened
that,
yet.
so Gemini was saying was that the reason why her story wasn't exactly how she remembered. So she remembered the events we saw earlier, not accurately. That's why her story was a bit different from what we saw.
Keep listening to radio and TV for any special instructions as this crisis develops further. Thousands of office and factory workers are being urged
Is he
to
making
stay
a
at their
torch?
places of employment,
Yes, he
not
is.
to make any attempt to get to their
Nice.
homes. However, in spite of this urging and warning, streets and highways are packed with
Careful though, this is a wooden house.
families, or apparently to flee. or
Nah.
go anywhere.
Ooh, that's a little bit close to the wall.
The
Yeah.
safest course of action at this time is simply to stay where you
Why wouldn't you leave the house? They're not even banging on the doors.
Well, he has the fires because he noticed that they don't like the fire, so that fire in the couch will keep them at bay.
Still, they weren't banging on the door for like 30 minutes probably. Remember, it took them a long time to make all those.
Yeah, but by the time they come in, it'll be too late to use that plan. So might as well do it now. Give them extra time.
Members of the presidential cabinet will be joined by officials of the FBI.
That's not your hammer. That's how you hammer.
White House spokesman, in announcing this conference, says there will be an official
Gemini does say they are smart
following that
zombies,
meeting.
smarter than the
This is
average
latest
zombie.
dispatch just received in our newsroom.
Hey, I'm
Latest
smarter
word
than
also
the
from
average
National
zombie.
Press Services in Washington, D.C. now tells us that the emergency presidential conference, which we've just mentioned,
I'll
will
eat your
include
brain
high-ranking
with the
scientists
spoon.
from the National Aeronautics and Space Administration.
Hello, Christopher Hughes. He says, just set the whole house on fire. That way they'll never get inside. Well, if you need to have a final plan, that's the best one you can think of. Go out in a blaze of glory.
Which you are listening, have joined their facilities in an emergency network to bring you this news as it develops. We urge you to stay tuned to radio and TV and to stay indoors at all costs. Late reports reaching this newsroom tell of frightened people seeking refuge in churches, schools, and government buildings, demanding shelter and protection from the wholesale murder which apparently is engulfing much of the nation. Law enforcement officials are at a loss to explain or even a desire, even to theorize about the reasons for this wave of murder. So far, the advice we're able to give the public is somewhat
And Gemini, yeah, he wants to make sure they stay away and don't mess with anything while he fortifies the house.
tell the people for God's sake
Which is a good strategy.
tell them to go home and lock
And now
the
for a
doors
cigarette
and
break.
windows up tight. We don't know what kind of murder-happy characters we have here. End quote. Police Chief Dunmore of Camden, North Carolina. So far, the only descriptions, the only clues anyone has of the killers come from frightened witnesses of some of the slaves. These eyewitness accounts very often describe the murderers as ordinary-looking people, misshapen monsters, people who look like they're in a trance, and things.
Ghetto says, hey, North Carolina shout out.
Some eyewitnesses
I think that's where it's, yeah, I think it takes place in, I forget where this film takes place in. I think it might have been shot in North Carolina. I don't think it was shot in Los Angeles though. Oh, upgrade.
in a reign of terror which has hopscotched in an erratic, disconnected manner about much of the eastern and midwestern United States. Efforts to keep track of the murder
Good thing they're in a house in the country.
on a map seem to indicate a general
They're guaranteed to find at least one gun.
United States from the north and west. Our newsmen have been on the telephone talking with officials in other cities and have determined
And hey, Smaxa, welcome. He says, back when zombies are frightening.
the Mississippi River, except in the extreme
I don't know.
southeastern portion of Texas.
To me, it looks
Similar
kind of
killings have been reported
not
around
frightening at all.
Houston and Galveston areas, but nothing like
I found a gun and
Houston,
some bullets out there.
Galveston.
Oh,
That's us.
Late yesterday,
oh
it
no.
became clear we were
They've
facing
come to
some
our
kind of
territory.
attack
Now we're gonna get down.
Oh no, they come to our territory. Now look, we have guns in every single city
The
and
place is
house.
boarded up pretty solid now.
in nature. However,
We ought to be all right here for a while.
Do you
Yes, we
think
got
that
it.
with the South, it will ever get
Food and the radio.
overrun by zombies? Or will it be just the North?
Sooner or later, someone
I think will
bound to
be
come and
the
get us out.
countryside will be relatively fine, but the metropolitan cities, that's where we're gonna have most of the issues.
I don't know. We still have guns on that side too.
Yeah,
that's us. We're
but
doing
do you
all
think
right.
Austin or Dallas is gonna do okay compared to something like El Paso or Waco?
You have a
Look,
point.
I don't know if you're hearing me, but I'm going upstairs now.
Pretty much downtown will be
If
bad
anything
for
should try to
everyone,
break in here, I can
the
hear it from up
suburbs,
there.
you're
I'll
fine.
be down to take care of it.
especially the ghetto.
Everything is all right for now. I'll be back to reinforce the windows and doors later. But you'll be all right for now, okay?
You sure, her?
Okay.
You know, it's funny, we don't even know the man's name,
Told
I
newsmen
think.
that murder victims show
I
evidence of
haven't
having
heard
been
it once.
partially
You just know
devoured.
Barbara.
And Black Man. In the credits. Black Man, played by Black Man.
Let's see. Jenna says there are some things that aren't great about the movie, like the sudden change in speed and the fact that they weren't doing anything when there wasn't any fire to stop them. Yeah, it's just true. It is the first of its kind, so you know, ain't gonna be a flawless movie. Zach said, if there's any creeps here, remove the head or destroy the brain.
Consistent reports
Okay.
from witnesses to the effect that people who acted as though they were in a kind of trance were killing and eating their victims prompted authorities to examine the bodies of some of the victims. Medical authorities in Cumberland have concluded that in all cases, the killers are eating the flesh of the
Uh-oh.
people they murdered. Repeating this latest bulletin just received moments ago from Cumberland, Maryland, civil defense authorities have told newsmen that murder victims show evidence of having been partially devoured by their murderers. Medical examination of victims' bodies shows conclusively that the killers are eating the flesh of the people they kill. And so this incredible story becomes more ghastly with each report. It's difficult to imagine such a thing actually happening, but these are the reports we have been receiving and passing on to you, reports which have been verified as completely as is possible in this confused situation. It is happening, and it would appear that no one is safe from this wave of mass murder.
Uh-oh, new characters.
Don't shoot!
We're from town.
City,
A radio.
County, Pennsylvania. The Butler County Sheriff is verified by their slayers is true. No further details available at this time. However,
How long you guys been down there? I could use some help up here.
That's the cellar. It's the safest place.
You mean you didn't hear the
I like
racket
that.
you were making
I
up
like
here?
that attitude.
How are we supposed to know what was going on? Could have been those things for all we knew.
That girl was screaming. Sure, you must know what a girl screaming sounds like. Those things don't make any noise. Anybody would know somebody ever needed help.
Look, it's kind of hard to hear what's going on from down there.
We thought we could hear screams, but
That's what
for all
a
we
zombie
knew,
would
that
say.
could have meant those things were in the house afterward.
And you wouldn't come up and help.
Well, if there were more,
The racket sounded like the place was being ripped apart. How were we supposed to know what was going on?
Now, wait a minute. You just got finished saying you couldn't hear from down there. Now you say it sounded like the place was being ripped apart. It would be nice if you get your story straight, man.
All right, now
Right.
you
All right,
tell
attorney.
me. I'm not going to take that kind of a chance when we got a safe place. We luck into a safe place, and you're telling us we got to risk our lives just because somebody might need help, huh?
Yeah, something
Yes.
like that.
all right, why don't we settle this?
Look, mister, we came up. Okay, we're here. Now I suggest we all go back downstairs before any of those things find out we're in here.
Ghetto says homies over
You
hoes.
got the whole place boarded up?
Yeah, most of it. All but a few spots upstairs.
Yeah, the bar describes them.
You're insane. The cellar's the safest place.
I'm telling you, they can't get in here.
And I'm telling you, those things turned over our car. We were damn lucky to get away at all. Now you tell me those things can't get through this lousy pile of wood?
His wife and kids downstairs. Kids hurt.
Well, I still think we're better off up here.
We could strengthen everything up, Mr. Cooper.
With all of us working, we could fix this place up in no time. We have everything we need up here.
We can take all that stuff downstairs with us. Man, you're really crazy, you know that? You got 1,000,000 windows up here. All these windows, you're gonna make them strong enough to keep these things out, huh?
I told you those things don't have any strength. I smashed 3 of them and pushed another one out the door.
Did you hear me when I told you they turned over our car?
Oh, hell, any good 5 men can do that.
That's my point. Only there's not going to be 5 or even 10. There's going to be 20, 30, maybe 100 of those things. And as soon as they know we're here, this place is going to be crawling with them.
Well, if there are that many, they'll probably get us wherever we are.
Look, the cellar. The cellar, there's only one door, right? Just one door, that's all we have to protect. Tom and I fixed it so it locks and boards from the inside. But up here, all these windows, why, we'd never know where they were going to hit us next.
You got a point, Mr. Cooper. But down in the cellar, there's no place to run to. I mean, if they did get in, there'd be no
Snaxo
back
says,
exit.
all guy
We'd be
is
done
wrong.
for.
You gotta fortify your hideout. The
We
cellar
can
is your
get out
last
of here
point,
if we have
but you
to.
gotta
And we
fortify
got windows
every
to see what's
place.
going on outside.
Yeah.
But down there,
Yeah,
with no
both
windows,
cellar-
if a rescue
They both
party
have
did
good
come, we
points,
wouldn't
but
even
they
know.
should probably work
The cellar
together.
is the strongest
Well, I don't know. The
place.
cellar is
Cellar's a
naturally
death
fortified in a way.
I don't
There's
know,
only
Mr.
one
Cooper.
place where the zombies would ever
I
get
think
in.
he's right.
Yeah, that's assuming they
You
know
know how
where to
many's
look
out
at.
there?
I don't know. Maybe 6 or 7.
Look,
It's not like they're gonna dig through
you
the
two can
walls.
do whatever you like.
Snaxo does say you
I'm
don't
going
build
back
on
down to the
last.
cellar, and you better decide. Because I'm going to board up that door, and I'm not going to unlock it again no matter what happens.
Now, wait a minute, Mr. Cooper.
No, I'm not going to wait. I've made my decision, now you make yours.
Now, wait a minute. Let's think about this. We can make it to the cellar if we have to. And if we do decide to stay down there, we'll need some things from up here. So let's at least consider this a while.
While.
You boxed yourself in the cellar and those
Christopher
things get
says
in the
that's
house.
one
you
door
had
you
it.
can't get out
At
of
least up
if
here
the
you have a
zombies get in.
fighting
That's
chance.
true. If the zombies get in, you're pretty much stuck in that cellar forever.
Yeah, it looks like about 8 or 10 of
That
them.
is true.
It's more than there were.
But they're funnel
They're allowed
in, so
back, too.
hopefully you're well prepared to be able to handle them. If you're not, then
Uh oh, there we go. Not the drapes.
don't pick the drapes. They look nice.
Smack it. Ooh.
It just sounds like a shuffling, like
Yeah, it does, but still, they cut their fingers off and nothing, no reaction.
the finger. Protein gives you power.
Shot through the heart. But
It
he
did
still.
nothing.
It did nothing.
It did nothing.
It's all right.
Bullets, they do nothing.
Oh, that must be a thing. If like the bullets don't do anything, assuming you don't shoot in the head, they could just literally go up and just grab your gun out of your hand.
Ever shoot the head. Like, they never shoot the head. It takes them, like, forever to ever shoot the head. Wow, pretty peaceful.
That one's naked.
That ass.
That's 60's ass.
Bring me that ass.
But he's also naked
Bring me their asses.
to eat,
I will eat their asses.
and not in the fun way. Ew.
With a knife and fork.
Even Ghetto says that booty though.
You're crazy.
That girl was barking up
Those
the
things
wrong
are going to be
tree.
at every window and door in this place. We've got to get down into the cellar.
Go down in that damn cellar. Get out of here!
I know you heard me there, Hack.
What was
Don't
that?
ignore my butt.
What's-
Don't
taking the
ignore.
girl with me.
Leave her here. Keep your hands off her. And everything else that's up here, too. Because if I stay up here, I'm fighting for everything up here. And the radio and the food is part of what I'm fighting for. Now, if you're going down the cellar, get.
The man's insane. He's insane. We've got to have food down there. We've got a right.
This is your house.
We've got a right.
You going down there with him?
Well,
Yes or no? This is your last chance. No beating around the bush.
Listen, I got a kid down there. She can't possibly. I couldn't bring her up here. She can't possibly take all the racket and those things smashing through the windows.
Well, you're her father. If you're stupid enough to go die in that trap, that's your business. However, I am not stupid enough to follow you. It is tough for the kid. That old man is so stupid. Now, you get the hell down in the cellar. You can be the boss down there. I'm boss up here.
You bastards.
Ooh, a swear word
No, I
in the
won't open this door
60s.
again. I mean it.
Mr. Cooper, with your help, we could...
With my help.
Let him go, man. His mind is made up. Just let him go.
Even Ghetto's like, damn. Even Ghetto's like, damn, son. Yeah, he's telling Mr.
Come on
Cooper
up.
off. There's his wife.
You're gonna let them get hurt too, huh? It's all right, honey. Go ahead.
If we stick together, man, we can fix it up real good. There's lots of places we can run to up here. Mr. Cooper, we'd all be a lot better off if all three of us were working together.
Hey. Hey, kid.
Smack, so let me guess, kid's already a zombie. I don't recall that's a thing.
He's wrong, you
I think
know.
it's just, it's...
I'm not boxing myself in down there.
I forget. It could be.
On the air day and night.
Well, we're safe now. It's boarded up tight.
What about Tom and Judy?
They want to stay up there, let them. There are two other people upstairs, a man and a girl.
We heard the screaming.
Yeah, but I didn't know who they were, and I wasn't about to take any unnecessary chances.
Of course not, Harry.
Smackle says, it's always, I'm safe down here. Next thing you know, kid starts biting
Is
your
she all right?
ankles.
I don't know what it is. She feels warm. Maybe it's shock.
Where'd you get the bandage?
Some laundry in a basket. I tore a sheet.
Oh, that's right. The other two, the young guy and the young girl, they're named Tom and Jerry.
Let them stay upstairs. Let them. Too many ways those monsters can get in up there. We'll see who's right.
They're not monsters,
We'll
they're
see
zombies.
when they come begging me to let them in down here.
And Gemini,
That's important, isn't it?
no,
What?
actually, we don't
To be
know
right,
how
everybody else to
the
be
zombies
wrong. What do you
started.
mean by
It
that?
just happened. So there's no virus, no magic, or nothing. It just literally
Does
happens.
anyone up there know why we're being attacked?
Yeah.
Whatever it isn't just happening here. It's some kind of mass murder. It's going on everywhere. The radio said to stay inside.
Radio?
Radio upstairs. I heard a news bulletin.
There's a radio upstairs and you boarded us in down here?
I know what I'm doing.
What did it say?
Nothing. Nothing. They don't know anything yet. There's mass murder everywhere, and people are supposed to look for a safe place to hide.
Take the boards off that door.
We are staying down here, Helen.
Harry, that radio is at least some kind of communication. If the authorities know what's happening, well, they'll send people for us to tell us what to do. How are we going to know what's going on if we lock ourselves in this dungeon?
Smaxel says, also, here's one thing you could stop zombies. You put rakes near every entrance, so when they step
We may
on
not
them,
enjoy living together.
not every zombie's feet's gonna
But
be as
dying
big
together
as
isn't going to
Sideshow
solve
Bob's,
anything.
Snaxo.
Those people
Still, though,
are
it's
our
fine.
enemies.
Smack.
Ah, ghetto. He says, a little hard, but they didn't have to call the black dude a monster. Oh, come on.
Let's go up. Tom? Yeah? If Judy would come downstairs for a few minutes, Harry and I could come upstairs.
Okay, yeah.
Oh, her name's Judy, not Jerry. Judy.
Will you do it?
Do I have to?
Look, honey, nothing's going to get done with them down there and us up here. Do this for me. Okay, open up.
And yes, Jenna, you're right. Sometimes explaining something makes it less scary. There's no mystery around it.
I'll take good care of her, Helen. She's all I have. Why don't you go upstairs now?
So the Judy's a pretty lady. All right. Dang.
Her brother was killed.
Hey, give me a hand with this
She's gonna start acting like animals.
I gotta go help Ben with the television.
Maybe they should put Barbara downstairs. I don't think she'd be much help up here.
Perfect. This is the perfect.
She goes, I like this couch.
It's my couch. There's many like it.
Oh,
This
more
one's mine.
smoking.
I love smoking. I don't. But I love smoking.
It's the 60s. It's required that you must smoke.
Don't be afraid of me.
But
I'm
I
Helen
want to.
Cooper, Harry's wife.
That's nice. I like how that's how she needs to refer to herself.
This place is ridiculous. Look at this. There's a million weak spots up here.
Well, yeah, there's only one person doing all this by himself. Maybe you could have helped.
Her brother was killed.
No, you.
Saxel says, always have an exit strategy. Tripwires, and always remember, fire bad.
And they talk about these windows. I can't see a damn thing. There could be 15 million of those things out there. That's how much good these windows are.
Well, then start making them better than complaining.
Why don't you do something to help somebody?
Oh, see? Even the wife agrees.
Here I have it. Drag a couple of those chairs together.
There's a socket over here.
And yes, Jedi, there is a lot of smoking in this movie. But it's just the times. That's how they did it.
You better watch this and try to understand what's going on. I don't want anyone's life on my hands.
Is there anything I can do to
I don't want to hear any more from you, mister. If you stay up here, you take orders from me. And that includes leaving the girl alone.
It's on, it's on. There's no sound. Play with the rabbit ears.
Reports, incredible as they seem, are not the results of mass hysteria.
Mass hysteria. What do they think? We're imagining all this?
Shut up!
Yes.
In all parts of the country.
It's all in our heads.
The wave of
It's all in
murder
our
which is
heads.
sweeping the
It's all
eastern
a
third of the nation
dream.
is being
It's a
committed by
dream.
creatures who feast upon the flesh of their victims. First eyewitness accounts of this grisly development came from people who were understandably frightened and almost incoherent.
That is
Officials
some bad
and
framing
newsmen
from the
first
newscast. But
discounted
probably realistic
those
too.
eyewitness
So much
descriptions as
negative
being
space
beyond
above.
belief. However, the reports persisted. And medical examinations of some of the victims bore out the fact that they had been partially devoured.
Just partially.
I think we have
Partially.
some late word of just arriving, and I'll interrupt to bring this to you. This is the latest disclosure in a report from National Civil Defense Headquarters in Washington. It has been established that persons who have recently died have been returning to life and committing acts of murder. A widespread investigation of reports from funeral homes, morgues, and hospitals has concluded that the unburied dead are
Sally,
coming back
you're
to
alive.
life and seeking human victims.
Sally,
It's
why are
hard
you
for us
biting
here
me?
to believe what we're reporting to you, but it does seem to be a
Sally, sama, yamate.
fact. When this emergency first began, radio and television was advising people to stay inside, behind locked doors for safety. Well, that situation has now changed, and we're able to report a definite course of action for you.
Oh,
Civil defense machinery has been organized to provide rescue stations with food, shelter, medical treatment, and protection by armed National Guardsmen. Stay tuned to the broadcasting stations in your local area for this list of rescue stations. This
so
list
the
will be
National Guard
repeated
actually gets to do
throughout our
something
news
for
coverage.
once.
Look for the name of the
Ah.
rescue station nearest you and make your way to that location as soon as possible.
So we have that truck. If we can get some gas, we can get out of here.
There's a pump out by the shed.
I know that's why I pulled in here, but it's locked.
Emergency meeting called this afternoon by the president. Since convening this conference of the presidential cabinet, the FBI, the Joint Chiefs of Staff, the CIA has not produced any public information. Why are space experts being consulted about an earthbound emergency?
What?
So far, all the betting on the answer to that question centers on the recent Explorer satellite shot to Venus. That satellite, you'll recall, started back to Earth, but never got here. That's the space vehicle which orbited Venus and then was purposely destroyed by NASA when scientists discovered it was carrying a mysterious high-level radiation with it. Could that radiation be somehow responsible for the wholesale murders we're now suffering? Newsman Don Quinn in Washington has posed those questions.
It's obvious our best move is to try to get out of here.
How are you going to get over to that
Radiation,
pump?
huh?
Look,
You're coming from a meeting regarding the explosion of the Venus probe, is that right?
Yes, that was the subject of the meeting.
You feel there is a connection between this and the phenomenon?
There's a definite connection.
In other words, you feel that the radiation on the Venus probe is enough to cause
That guy in the
these
back
mutations?
looks
was a
so
very
much like
high
a
degree
reporter.
of radiation.
Look at the rank, too. Look at the hats.
I'm not sure that that's certain at all. I don't think that has
the
been
only logical
irrefutably
explanation
proved.
that we have at this time.
In other words, it is the military's viewpoint that the radiation is not the cause of the mutation.
I can't speak for the entire military at this time, gentlemen.
Seems to
I
be,
must disagree with these gentlemen presently until this is irrefutably proved.
everything is being done that can be done.
We'll have to hurry for our next meeting.
And Professor, you feel that there is a definite connection between
Definite connection as far as Dr. Keller and myself.
Doctor, please. I thought we decided that is not proved yet.
Was the satellite, when the satellite was exploded?
An unusual amount of radiation, enough to cause mutation under certain circumstances.
Could have happened.
Have a bearing on it.
It does seem to have a bearing.
Will there be a reply for the
Later.
Yes.
There will be a reply.
Yes.
Later this afternoon. There will be a report this afternoon.
Maxwell says the Civil Defense Group has announced they will be rolling out their new power armor corps. The president has also announced the formation of a group called
He said the
XCOM.
rescue stations have doctors and medical supplies.
Gemini says
If we could get
guardsmen get to
Karen
do
there,
stuff
we could get
sometimes,
help for us.
usually pointing guns on citizens. Oh, then I guess it's more the usual.
Willard. I saw a sign that said Willard.
It's only about 17 miles from here.
Maxwell then
You know this area. You from around here?
as to
Judy
why
and
we
I are
don't
both
know,
from
but
around
President
here.
Eisenhower has
We were
stated
on our
this
way up to the
incident
lake
is
to go
just the
swimming.
first step for those
Judy had a radio, and
Alpha
we heard the
Centauri
first reports about
bastards to
this.
invade.
So we knew the old house was here, and we came in and found the lady upstairs dead.
Oh.
Then these other people came. We went down into the basement and put a bar across the door, and it is pretty strong.
how could we possibly get away from here? We've got a sick child, 2 women, 1 woman out of her head, 3 men, and the place is surrounded with these things.
For NASA. Dr. Grimes, your entire staff, I know, has been working very hard to find some solution to these things that are happening. Do you have any answers at this time?
Yes, we have some answers. But first, let me stress
Buckles
the
on the
importance
second
of
says
seeking
he's not a
medical
very smart
attention
scientist.
for anyone who's been injured in any way. We don't know yet
No.
what complications might result from such injury.
And also,
How
Mr.
bad has your
Cooper
kid
just
been
as
hurt?
very left for dead. That's
How
true.
about the basic problem?
Look, you go down there and tell, Judy? Yeah, you tell Judy to come up here and you stay with the kid, all right?
Action taken with regard to the Venus probe. In the cold room at the university, we had a cadaver from which all 4 limbs had been amputated.
Oh.
Sometime early this morning, it opened its eyes and began to move its trunk. It was dead, but it opened its eyes and tried to move.
They want you upstairs. Did she ask for me?
She hasn't done anything.
I don't understand. Baby. It's Mommy.
I heard. I'll come back down as soon as I find out what they want.
Thank you, Judy.
The body should be disposed of at once,
Gemini says
preferably
they
by
really didn't
cremation.
discern citizens like the
Well,
cops
how
did
long
during
after
Katrina.
death, then, does the body become reactivated?
It's only a matter of minutes.
Maxim
Minutes?
opens its eyes
Well, that
and
doesn't
said,
give people time
I've
to
seen
make any
God.
Oh, you're right.
And
It
it's
doesn't
Frank
give them time to
Sinatra.
make funeral arrangements. Bodies must be carried to the street.
Oh, Smaug is on the roll with
and-
these
and burned.
references.
They must be burned immediately. Soak them with gasoline and burn them. The bereaved will have to forego the dubious comforts that a funeral service will give. They're just dead flesh and dangerous.
I see.
Judy, I need you to find some bedspreads or sheets to tear up into small strips, okay? Is there a fruit cellar here?
Yes.
We need some bottles or jars to make Molotov cocktails to hold them off while we try to escape.
Hey, there's a big can of kerosene down there.
I'll see what I can find.
I'll look for the bottles.
There's a big key ring down there. There may be a key to the gas pump on it.
I'll check.
We can toss the cocktails from a window upstairs. Meantime, a couple of us can go out and try to get the gas and come back for the rest of the people.
But that'll leave a door open someplace.
Yeah, that's right. It better be this door. It's closer to the truck. Before we go out, we'll put some supplies behind the cellar door. While we're gone, the rest of you can hold up in there.
I found some fruit jars in the cellar. And there's a key on here that's labeled for the gas pump out back.
How convenient.
I'm not really that used to the truck. I found it abandoned.
I can handle the truck, no sweat.
Maxo says the only way to deal with zombies
You're it,
is
man.
to
You and
burn
I'll go.
it. Yeah, you know that's Abdul. That's Abdul from the JoJo Bridge.
We'll put whatever lumber we find behind the cellar door. You can go upstairs and toss the cocktails from a window. Tom, you and I will have to unboard this door. After you toss the cocktails, you hustle back down here and lock this door. It's no good to board it up because we'll have to get back in quickly.
Can you do it?
After we get the gas and get back into the house, then we'll worry about getting everybody into the truck. Now let's move it.
Alright, we got a game plan, Mr. Cooper. Don't mess it up for anyone else.
Before this emergency is
The most
over,
unhinged person
we'll
here.
need many, many more such rescue stations.
You always have a smile for me. How can you smile like that all the time? How many do you have done? Come on, honey, we gotta move.
Tom, are you sure about the phone?
The phone is dead out. All you get is a recorded message.
If I could only call the folks. They're going to be so worried about us.
Smaxo says, I also
Everything
need
will
a
be
duct
all
tape,
right.
2 chainsaws,
As soon as we get to Willard, we'll call them. They might
Oh,
even be there.
We needed a Dead Rising reference. There
I
we
know.
go. Well, funny enough,
Tom,
you should probably see that reference if we ever do the
are
sequel.
you sure we're doing the right thing, Tom?
What, about getting out of here?
Yeah.
Well, the television said that's the right thing to do. We've got to get to a rescue station.
We should do
I
what the
don't
TV
know.
says.
Come on, honey, you're starting to sound like Mr. Cooper now.
But why do you have to go out there?
Look, I know how to handle that truck, and I can handle the pump. Ben doesn't know anything about that stuff.
Oh, the black
But we're
guy's name's
safe
Ben.
in here.
For how long, honey? We're safe now, but there's going to be more and more of those things.
I know all that.
Hey, listen. Remember when we had the big flood? Remember how difficult it was for us
Saxo
to
says, in our
convince you
power
that it was
tools and
right to
Vineyard,
leave?
I need a bucket and a couple
Remember,
of drills.
remember we had to go to Willard then? This isn't a passing thing, honey. It's not like just a wind passing through. We've got to do something, and fast.
Smaxo, might as well just drop in your Evil Dead reference. Just do it. I'm just waiting for that now.
I just don't want you to go out there, that's all.
Hey, Smiley. Where's that big smile for me?
Give me a smile, Jack.
Boy. You're showing no use at all, are you? We've got work to do, honey. And you...
Saxo says, what's this, a non-hysterical woman in a zombie movie? This is fiction. Well, you should have just seen the beginning.
Yep.
Our main black guy literally had to smack the other white girl into see, so she's at least somewhat calm.
Black
We're gonna
guy
get her
smacked the
downstairs.
hysteria out of her.
We have to go downstairs
You would've
now,
loved it.
Barbara.
She's right. You have to go downstairs now, just for a little while until we get back. Then we can all leave.
Oh, I'd like to leave. Yes.
Here we go.
Good luck.
Yeah.
Godspeed, gentlemen. First Molotov away. It's alright, Smaxo. They're on the second floor. I think they'll be okay. Hopefully. So it means these zombies don't know how to climb a house.
I'm pretty sure they're like, alright, guys, I know you don't know what a zombie is, but act like you're just walking around aimlessly.
Max also says, burn, baby, burn. Disco Inferno.
I wonder how it feels like to be that guy. It's like, alright, sir, so we're gonna be putting you on fire. What? Yes, we're gonna put you on fire.
Well, considering it was a cheap movie, he probably had no choice in the matter.
Like, I don't want to, but you have to. This is your only story.
No, Judy, what are you doing?
Our very best.
Where's it coming? Come on.
Well, get in there, girl. Don't waste time.
Not the black guy.
Even Smax was like, God damn it, woman.
Man, they always gotta ruin everything.
Also, Kiddo says, I went to the store to get Funyuns. Well, are you going to share it with the class or what?
Yeah.
We got some Pepsi with those Funyuns. Time to shift to turbo on his most likely 1950s truck. Alright, work fast, go, get the bump.
Come on. This key won't work. Watch out.
Ah, yes.
Watch the torch.
Watch it. Oh, god dang it. God dang it, Tom. Look what you did.
You gotta get away from the pump.
Uh-oh.
Hang on.
Smaxo, one of the zombies. My truck, that black stole my truck.
Let's get out of here.
Well, the truck's no good.
Come on, come on.
My jacket's caught.
I'll come. Oh. Oh, there goes a young couple. They look beautiful in heaven. Yellow says they alright. Walk it off. And you're right, Smack, so F the jacket, lady. Alright, come on, Ben, you can do this. I always like the darkened eyes that classic zombies had. I always like the look about them. Yeah, no, they parachuted away at the last minute. They kaiju, it's just a scratch.
Cooper! Cooper!
Cooper, let him in.
Let me in. Let me in.
Dang it, Coop. Oh, no wonder. On that top, Cooper is really a coward. Who could have seen that coming? Finally, he's gonna dump do something. good pun, Ghetto. That's a good pun.
Sorry. I agree. I'm looking at that. Sorry.
Oh,
Yeah.
he's not dealing with Cooper's nonsense.
Cooper is an asshole, though, to be honest.
Yeah. Oh, for a second, I was gonna throw him out the window. It was like, you deal with him.
I mean, I would.
Drag you out there and feed you those things.
Oh, even.
Seriously, Cooper is an asshole. Like, what kind of person ever does that?
Yeah, could have been helpful, but no.
If I have someone in my group that's like that, I would throw them off the edge in like very soon. Not even 10 seconds, like 5 seconds in, I would throw them out.
Like, you will warn them. I will have no qualm, no hesitation to throw you into these horde. So if you don't do what I say, there's your final warning.
No, I wouldn't say that, but I would say that if we have enough time to be able to get back in, and you're not gonna let us in, then I'm gonna throw you out.
Oh, there we are. The feast has begun, and it's cooked too. So it's lucky for them.
Yes, hopefully their brains will go back to normal and they'll realize what they're doing. Because remember, cooked food is the reason why we evolved.
That is true. That's how you stop a zombie. You don't give it flesh, you give it cooked meat.
Here, Mexicans everywhere. Fajita for everyone.
Add a little salt, put a little cilantro on it. A good time.
Isn't it 3 o'clock yet?
Oh wow, they've been there all day.
There's supposed to be another broadcast at 3 o'clock.
10 minutes.
Oh, only 10 more minutes? We don't have very long to wait. We can leave.
Great acting.
Well, we better leave soon. It's 10 minutes to 3.
Smaxel says, you know what bugs me? If zombies eat humans, why don't they eat themselves? Silly Smaxel, zombies aren't people.
You know anything about this
people.
area at all? I mean, is Willard the nearest town?
Like with the zombies,
I don't know.
at least most like zombie movies, they'll kind of
We
go
were-
break on it saying that the zombies have no body heat
Just trying to get to a
because they're not really
motel
alive,
before dark.
and
You say
that's
those
why
things
they
turned your
can't
car
sense
over.
each other.
You think we can get it back on
Being
this Lewis and
alive,
driving? Where is
so
it?
they're not eating each other.
Seems like it was pretty far away.
Or if
Seems
you're
like
The
we
Walking
ran.
Dead, they can somehow smell each other.
Forget it. It's at least a
Yeah.
mile.
Johnny has the keys.
You gonna
Johnny
carry
has
that
the
child a
keys.
mile?
You know,
With
with
that army
that,
of things out there?
the whole
I-
if they could smell each other.
What's wrong with her?
There's
How'd she
only
get hurt?
one book that I've read that actually
One of
had
those
that
things
work,
grabbed her.
and
Bit
they
her on
pretty
the
much
arm.
had the whole thing where the
What's
zombies
wrong?
they had
Who
like
knows what
zombie
kind of
juice,
disease those
or
things
like
carry?
pretty much the juice of a dead
Is she
person.
conscious?
Ball it
Really?
up and use
She
it
can't
as a way
walk,
to
she's
kind of
too weak.
disguise yourself.
Ah.
It worked pretty good, and it
Well, one
sounds
of us could
logical.
try to get to the car.
You gonna turn it over by yourself?
Douglas on says, but the two in the
You
truck
have a
died
car?
minutes ago,
Where?
so
Where is it?
they were already zombies when they got eaten. You know, the
Yeah,
bits
I
are
know,
everywhere,
but
so what
where
zombies
is
they
it?
are is not gonna be much left.
Yeah. I mean, that's why in some zombie movies it takes a while for a zombie to become a zombie when they're being eaten.
Saxo, like a zombie outbreak would just end up
Good
with
Lord.
the first infected and the second infected eating each other. And Gettleton says, in Marvel Zombies, as a way to stave off hunger, they will cut their stomachs open
Being
and keep
monitored
re-eating the
closely
same
by
pieces of
scientists
flesh.
at all the radiation detection stations.
Makes no
At
sense.
this hour,
Well, it's
they
Marvel
report
Zombies.
the level of the
They're not
mysterious
supposed to.
radiation continues to increase steadily. So long as
The
this
radiation,
situation
though.
remains, government spokesmen warn that dead bodies will continue to be transferred.
No, it is weird
into
in
the
Marvel
flesh-eating
Zombies
ghouls.
that
All persons
the
who
cure
die
to
during
being,
this crisis,
or at least
from
not a
whatever
cure,
cause,
but like
will come back to life.
a way to
Human
stay
victims,
off of the
unless
whole
their
horde
bodies
thing is
are
just
first
to
disposed of by
not eat
cremation.
human flesh.
Our news cameras have just returned from
And eventually
covering such a search
you'll
and
be
destroy
normal.
operation against the ghouls. This one conducted
But
by
just half
Sheriff
dead.
Conan McClellan in Butler County, Pennsylvania. So now let's go to that film report. All law enforcement agencies and the military have been organized to search out and destroy the marauding ghouls. The Survival Command Center at the Pentagon has disclosed that a ghoul can be killed by a shot in the head or a heavy blow to the skull.
There we go.
Officials are quoted as explaining that
And
since
there's our
the brain
militia.
of a ghoul has been activated by the radiation,
Some militia.
the plan is kill the brain and you kill the ghoul.
They're not zombies, Jack. Ghouls.
No, we're all right.
Ooh. Night of the living ghoul.
Put that thing all the way in the fire.
Ghetto
We don't
says,
want to get up again.
actually no.
Chief
Christopher
McClellan, how's
says,
everything
never
going?
get in a group
Oh, things aren't
in
going
a
too
zombie
bad. Men are
apocalypse.
taking
Too
it
many
pretty good.
liabilities. At
You
the
wanna
very
get on
least,
the
not a
other side
large
of the road
group.
over there?
Ghetto also
Yeah.
says, in reference to Marvel Zombies, he says,
Well, we killed 19
it's a
of them today
detox
right
when
in
they
this
eat
area. Those
other
last
flesh
three
that's
we
not
caught
human.
trying to claw their way into an abandoned shed.
Gotcha.
They must have thought somebody
It's
was
not
in
just
there.
weird.
Their window.
It's Max says,
We heard
so
them making all
remove
kind
the
of
head
noise.
or
We came
destroy
over
the
and beat
brain.
them off, blasted them down. Yeah, okay.
Chief, if I were surrounded by 6 or 8 of these things, would I stand a chance with them?
Well, there's no problem. If you had a gun, shoot them in the head. That's a sure way to kill them. If you don't, get yourself a club or a torch. Beat them or burn them. They go up pretty easy.
Well, Chief McClellan, how long
Make
do you
it sound
think
like
it
it's
will take
nothing.
until you get the situation under control?
It
Well,
really
that's
is
pretty hard to
nothing when
say.
they're
We
not.
don't know how many
They're
of them
slow
there are.
moving.
We know when we find them, we can kill them.
Yeah, I guess it's.
Are they slow
I
moving,
guess they
Chief?
make up their
Yeah, they're
their
dead.
weaknesses
They're
by being in greater
all
numbers.
messed up.
Well, in time, would you say
Which,
you ought to be able to
again,
wrap this
is
up in
not
24
like
hours?
it's a contradiction
Well,
because
We don't really know.
what kind of person?
We know we'll
like,
be into
how
it most of the night, probably into the
did they
early
get
morning.
those great numbers?
We're
when they
working our
walk so
way toward
slowly?
Willard, and we'll team up with the National Guard over there,
Well,
and then we'll be able to
stupid
give a
people
more
do
definite
exist.
view.
Thank you very much, Chief McClellan. This is Bill Cardill, WIC TV 11
To be
News.
more accurate, it
Thank you,
should have
Bill,
been
for that
a
report.
bunch of fat people because
Official spokesman declined
every,
to
heaven
speculate
knows
just
that
how
I
long
would
it may take
I
to
would not
kill
last
off
long
all
when it
the
comes to
flesh
running.
eaters. As long as the heavy
Most
rain-
realistic zombies are just mainly fat people.
Fat
Get-
hack
Fuse
and
box
jack.
in the cellar?
No,
I don't know.
gotta lose the weight for the apocalypse.
Yes. If Zombieland ever told me anything, I need cardio.
Lots of
Power lines are
cardio.
down.
Also,
And then
Ghetto
double
says,
tap.
if you got a piece, bust a cap in them.
I have to get that gun.
That gun!
Haven't you had enough?
Well, 2 people are dead already on account of that guy. Take a look out that window. Get
Wasn't his fault. Friggin' Tom was mishandling the gas pump.
Yeah. It's just like a white person to
Uh-oh.
blame that guy.
They're learning. They no longer fear the flame. The zombie has evolved. They now use tools now, like the apes before us.
100 years later, zombies overrun the world, but they're pretty much act like humans.
So it's like that one. It's like this that one episode of Space Dandy. Everyone just becomes a zombie and life just moves on.
Yeah, it ain't so bad.
And funny enough, in Space Dandy, a way for a zombie to stay off their hunger is that they eat a lot of yogurt. That's like literally the explanation. A lot of dairy. Ghetto says, Ben gotta pull a Leon and start doing wrestling moves on them. If this roundhouse kick their heads, it'll work. It'll do fine. Oh. Cooper, better be helpful.
Go ahead. Go ahead. You want to stay up here now? Helen, get the cellar.
Oh, he's leaving him to die.
Get the cellar now. Move!
Dunkleson says, I mean, I'm not fat, yet I still can't run 300 meters without being fully out of breath. Well, as long as you can pace yourself, you should be okay. You gotta pace yourself. Yep, you're alright, Ghetto. He's, Cooper's still salty of Ben put him in his place. Move there! Oh, crap. Lady! Uh-oh. Things are falling apart. Kaiju Black Man special technique.
Oh, I can't spell Spider-Man. I spelled it as Speeder-Man.
And he's gone.
I don't want to be gone.
Oh, look, there's a guy. The first zombie from the beginning of the movie. He's back. Come on, Barbara, do something. Do something. There we go. Ooh. Oh, Smaxo called it.
Karen?
Seen those nice ribs? Mama. Mama. Oh wow. Not even for a bite, she's gonna slice it up first.
Alright, who has the amplifier next room with the delay? Sorry, sir. I just wanted to try out my new amplifier.
Ghetto says, hey girl, let me holler at you. Smaxo, fun fact. Apparently, according to a comic book, Barbara survived this because of zombie Johnny. Well, that sounds stupid, so I'm not gonna count that as canon. Oh, there's Johnny.
Yeah, it's Johnny.
Literally. Hey, 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 hey. She's your sister, man. Come on. Careful with those hands. Oh. Barbara's gone. Canonically dead. Come on, Ben. Your only hope. Oh crap, behind you! Punch her!
Punch her right in the giver.
Or you can push it to the couch, that works too. Now he's in the cellar. Oh, the gates! Oh, the gates!
Open the gates!
No, don't open the gates.
Close the gates! Open them a little!
Smaxo says, see, this is why you keep a lighter and spray can handy.
I mean, he's not wrong.
No, you're not wrong. Oh, he's dead.
No, he's not. He's just sleeping.
She's, oof, godly. I don't think that girl even took a bite out of her. Put him down. Ghetto says they smell that dark meat. Saxo, again, they're not zombies, just the KKK. God dang it, Saxo.
I mean, he's not wrong.
Oh, because he's the only black guy in the movie. Oh, and she's back up. And no hesitation on that shot. Reload and BAM! Maxwell says, notice how the lady is just one shot, but Mr. Cooper gets 3 shots. Oh yeah, Ben did not like Mr. Cooper, so waste of ammo, yes. Was it worth it? Yes. Hey, look, it's a gyro. Oh no, wait, that's a proper helicopter. Never mind.
I don't know. I kind of like gyros. They're pretty good.
Not that. Dunkelzon says the part where the human village is so minor, this we actually forgot about it. Well, yeah. Couldn't really do that effect a lot, especially for the low budget this movie is.
Very true.
Now, what are the dogs gonna do against zombies? I guess
Eat them and then become zombie dogs.
Hey, Vince, Al, you want to get about 4 or 5 men and a couple dogs? There's a house over here behind those trees. We want to go check it out. Right, you go here, Bill.
Smaxo says, and the zombie apocalypse ends here. There were never any other Living Dead movies ever.
You're doing all the work, you take it.
Thank you. We should be wrapped up here about 3 or 4 more hours. We'll probably get into Willard then. I guess you can go over there and meet the National Guard. Nick, you and the rest of these men want to come with me?
Well, Bill, I'm going to check in the office, see what's happening. All right, Steve, tell them we're going to stay with it, and everything appears to be under control.
Guy just says, we won, boys, America. And then Ghetto, and the concept of zombie fell into obscurity. I mean, considering they decided to say the reason they transform in space radiation, there isn't any disease that needs to transmit their bodily fluids. If anything, I guess the radiation just makes them have cravings for human flesh. But then somehow that transmits the radiation to the person they eat, and then they become one.
Sure looks like it, Tom.
Random question, but this is just for my essay. Spider-Man. It's a spider hyphenated man or full word? Because I've seen it both ways.
It's hyphen. Like, a hyphen is very like a joke in the comics. It's spelled with a hyphen.
Oh, okay. Making sure.
Headshot.
He's the dead one. Get up here. Nick, Tony, Steve, you want to get out in that field and build me a bonfire? You, drag that out of here and throw it on the fire. Nothing down here? All right, go ahead down and give him a hand. Let's go check out the house. There's something there. I heard a noise. All right, Vince, hit him in the head, right between the eyes. Good shot. Okay, he's dead. Let's go get him. That's another one for the fire.
Yep. You're right, Ghetto. Says, damn it, couldn't let us have this. Nope. Smack so. All this can be averted if Ben just say who goes there. Yeah. Then again, Ben was probably so sleep deprived he couldn't have the strength to do anything. But man, always felt so bad for Ben. But there goes a true hero, ladies and gentlemen. A true hero. May he inspire other black characters in horror to survive to the last, just like he did. That's true, He didn't die first, so. And this all the way back in '68, before the black guy always died in horror movies first was even a thing.
Come ahead with the motorcycle, please. Let's go back there. That's the way.
They did their best.
Hey, Randy, light these
it's
torches
filmed in
over
Pittsburgh.
there. We're in the back. We're in the back.
They still will never know how it happened.
And thus, folks, it ends the end of 1968, George A. Romero's Night of the Living Dead. So did everyone have fun?
I did.
You had a good time? I had a good time.
It gave me a lot of good ideas for my essay.
How everyone in the chat? Did everyone enjoy the movie? I feel this is gonna happen. Everyone's gonna be like, it's gonna feel like a downer mood when the ending happens because everyone loves Ben, but then, oh god.
All right. Well, here's a pick me up for everyone. All right. Let me share my screen. Let me go to screen share. Here's a pick me up for everyone. So this is what I've been working on while watching the movie. Pretty much my whole thing is I have to make Onion articles that sound like something they would write. Here's my first one. Presidential election will be decided with a presidential ladder match. You can read it if you like. After the constant insults being thrown back and forth, the presidential candidates decided to settle their fight. They will have the first presidential ladder match. President Donald Trump reportedly stormed over to Joe Biden's podium after the debate and had this to say. All right, Sleepy Joe, so you think you could just tell me to shut up as if you were the president? You can't run this country like how I can. I would know because I am the best president in the history of presidents. How about we settle this as men, on the ring, no holds barred, WWE ladder match. Joe Biden agreed to the president's challenge of a ladder match, having this to say: I will stand by my statement, and I will make you shut up, man. You don't know how to run this country, and if embarrassing you in the ladder match is what it will take, then I will do it. This is a one-in-a-lifetime event that will make history in America. So please watch it. And here's a little picture I have for it. Chuck Norris has been exposed to the coronavirus, but it says right here, Chuck Norris has been exposed to the coronavirus. The virus is now.
Oh my god!
Now, my favorite one that I kind of figured it out at the very end because I was thinking of Spider-Man. Spider-Man is now homeless due to current economic crisis. I'm still writing it, but pretty much my whole story is Spider-Man, since everyone's doing the stay-at-home order, there's no crime, so Spider-Man can't do anything.
Oh yeah, it's Spider-Man homeless. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. I like all of these. They're all so good.
Right? They sound like something the Onion would write, and I'm
Yeah.
happy because I even like I copied something that like I copied the same exact like format they usually use, and I'm proud of it. Pretty much, see.
I
And I
see.
even found out what the freaking text is. Now that was for me uh dedication on it, but I love the Onion.
Let me go ahead and go back to the. Hold on. Not that. That. Let me go ahead and go
And
back
there
to
we
the. Did, did, no, not that. There you go. But with all that, but with all that, folks, thank you for joining us on episode 60 of the Hack Jack Show. And thank you, and let's hope that Jack passes his assignment with his honestly pretty clever onion parody articles.
the parody articles.
It's a double parody. It's a parody of a parody. Let's see. Let me read the chat real quick. Douglas on the good old 4 a.m. horror film. That's right. So every time we're up, is Douglas on comes in, he's late for him. Go to sleep. Gemini, you stayed up way too late, and he went to bed. All right, good night, Gemini. Glad G showed up. Ghetto says I liked it, but they clapped him at the end. Yeah, I feel the same. Ben was like the most competent character, and of course he survived, but his death was just as in vain. Smaxel says, you know what I see in a zombie movie? A story of that one guy who prepares for everything and averts every single zombie movie cliche. You know what? That sounds like a nice skit. Not really a movie, unless things take an ironic turn. Let's see. Smaxo, wonder if Ben wasn't the only one that Hicks mistook for a zombie. It's possible. Certainly possible. Let's see. Ghetto said for you, Jack. He says those are pretty good, man. They sound like actual Onion articles.
Nice, perfect. That's what I'm going for. Thank you so much.
Dunkel Zan says great movie and some interesting conversations. I'm glad you enjoyed your time. Smax says, I like the ladder match idea. And he goes, I got one better. The general election we did with World War III. 3 rings, 60 men. It's a Royal Rumble.
I love it. If I had to do 4 posts, I would do that one too.
Oh, man. And yes, of course, rest in peace, Ben from Night of the Living Dead. We will never know your last name, but rest in peace. But the cool thing is that guy made some genuine horror history. Well, not only horror history, cinema history. So I'm glad that the actor got to be a part of that. And as I say in the beginning, it was not common to see a black person in a lead role in any film in particular. So in this case, it was rather unique and special that George A. Romero decided to cast him as the lead character, and he did a remarkable job as a likable one. And of course, from this movie, you can tell this is the beginning. You can tell where all the tropes and cliches they all started right here. So now you know. Now you know your history, folks. And with that, before we end, of course, next week it's gonna be the final Hack Jack Halloween episode. The and I can go already say because you already planned it out. Uh, Jack, do you remember what are we planning for our finale Halloween episode?
Right now it kind of escapes my mind.
All right, but so right now for our final Halloween episode, we are going back to games, and we are going to be going and playing Dead by Daylight.
Yay!
There you go. So look forward to that on our next stream, either next Friday, next Saturday. We'll let you know beforehand.
And by the way, for those that have seen my play of Dead by Daylight, I will not be the killer on this one. We'll be doing Survivor. So Hack and I will have to be chased by a killer, and hopefully both of us survive in the end.
Hopefully.
If not, I have to leave Hack.
Gemini says, "Dang, I thought you went to bed." Go to bed, man. All the tropes were here, but done better than most that came after this. That is true. It's though a cheap film, it was very competently made, and you could tell a lot of care was put into it, which is more you can say than a lot of cheap horror movies of that time. So, and also yes, rest in peace, competent brother man. Rest in peace, Ben. I wonder if the actual actor's still alive. Hopefully, I hope he is. But while I look that up, Jack, please tell our audience, do you have anything planned up till the next episode of the Hack Jack Show?
I need to look at my schedule again, but I do like to plan on recontinuing my Resident Evil 2 gameplay. It's either going to be late at night or in mid-afternoon, depending on how it goes and how quickly I can make the setup. I can quickly make the stream, but we'll find out from there. Other than that, if I anything else will be other creepy games I could play throughout the week.
All right, and ah, another downer thing. The actor who played Ben, Dwayne Jones, fortunately, he passed away in 1988 at the age of 51.
Aw.
So, and from the looks of it, he rarely starred in a few movies. Night of the Living Dead being his most famous one. So, I'm guessing, I'm guessing he just did movies on the side. But oh well, rest in peace, Dwayne Jones. Rest in peace. Let's see. Let me look at the chat real quick. Ah, yes, there you go. Smaxel says, Mr. Rogers inspired the movie? What? Dunkelson says, put a lot of thought into it. It's more than you can say even for most expensive movies. That is true. And Smaxo, not joking. Apparently, one episode of Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood inspired Romero. Wow. More you know. The more you know. Alright, oh, and as far as I am, of course, what I have planned for, of course, usual stuff. We're still working on Hackross and working on on doing more long form comic reviews. So do expect that. The first one, actually, I can say this though. I can say this because I have done 98 comic review videos, and I'm working on number 99. But guess what, guys? This coming week will be the actual release of Marvel's New Warriors, October 27th. And I will personally get that book, and you will expect a full-on review of from this channel of Marvel's New Warriors. I will put everything aside to get that out for you guys. So do expect that next week, guaranteed. Gail saying, "Aw, shit." so, with all that said, thank you folks thank you folks for watching. I will be tomorrow be going live with a chill stream, and I'll be going streaming again on Sunday with my good friend Kevin. Because we still have a lot more things to talk about. So until then, yeah, everyone have a good night, a good morning, get some sleep, get some rest, enjoy your weekends, and this is Hack, sign out.
Goodbye, everyone.